So what do you need to bear the storm? What do you need, and are there examples of people doing it? You need conviction, okay? And yes, there are examples of people doing it. I want to throw you to something from February of 2022. This is a little over a year ago. This is Novak Djokovic, who basically is the best male, he is a male, tennis player of all time. And you may remember that he did not want to get the COVID vaccine. He has an incredible, not only physical regimen, but nutrition regimen. I mean, he's famous for this. So like a team of people that are studying his body science and everything else. He was not even allowed to compete in the Australia Open last February because he was not vaccinated. Anyway, here he is in February 22 talking about freedom of choice and bodily autonomy. Those were things that the lefties used to talk about. Remember, my body, my choice. But here he is a year and a half ago, and you'll see why I'm showing this to you in just a moment.
I understand the consequences of my decision. And one of the consequences of my decision was not going to Australia, and I was prepared not to go. And I understand that not being vaccinated today, I'm unable to travel to most of the tournaments at the moment.
And that's the price you're willing to pay?
That is the price that I'm willing to pay.
Ultimately, are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket, statistically, because you feel so strongly about this jab?
Yes. I do.
But as things stand, if this means that you miss the French Open, is that a price you'd be willing to pay?
Yes, that is the price that I'm willing to pay.
And if it means that you miss Wimbledon this year, again, that's a price you're willing to pay?
Yes.
Why, Novak? Why?
Because the principles of decision-making on my body are more important than any title or anything else. I'm trying to be in tune with my body as much as I possibly can.
It's a really evil question, the way that it was framed, because he is the best male tennis player of all time. I think now he has 23 Grand Slam wins, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, the idea that somehow that was it, that wouldn't be true. What the guy meant was, okay, if you don't compete in more of these because you didn't get vaccinated, you won't be the greatest of all time. But the point is, he has conviction, right? I don't need this thing, and I am willing to do what is right. And it will cost me money, it will cost me treasure, it will cost me accolades, fame, et cetera, et cetera. Now, you may remember that even 3 months ago, this headline from the Daily Mail, Novak Djokovic is denied entry to the U.S. again and will miss the Miami Open, okay? Now, you also might remember that at one point, Governor DeSantis was trying to figure out a way to get Djokovic in. They were going to charter a boat that would somehow get him to the Bahamas, then into Florida and blah, blah. Anyway, that didn't happen. Long story short, you know what did happen over the weekend? So the guy did not get the vaccine. He missed a couple opens. He probably could have several other Grand Slam wins in his belt right now. Well, he did win the French Open this past weekend, his 23rd Grand Slam title. Here's a little video. Guys, that's a hero right there. That's actually a modern hero. Not only is he the greatest male tennis player in history, but he stood up for what was right.